I wonder if you could update us on the team news, specifically Rodri, Kyle Walker obviously went off as well on Sunday. Have you got an update on those players and any others you might have fit?
We will train this afternoon and we'll know exactly. Rodri feels better, Kyle I think is out, but we wait the training session this afternoon.
Erling Haaland has set so many records already in the Champions League. I think he's the youngest player to score 25 goals, the quickest player to score 25 goals. We talk about records with him and performances all the time, but is this the competition where legitimately we can compare him to other strikers, the great strikers of the last 20 years?
Absolutely. At his age, no one can compete with him. No one. So the numbers speak for himself, and inside in the locker room, on the pitch, we see things that they are not in the stats that make us feel happy to have him here. And
one player that maybe has gone under the radar a little bit this season, perhaps because of Erling joining, is Manuel Akanji. What have you made of the way he has settled into the group and his performances so far?
Really good. We are very pleased. Especially as a person, because he's an incredible, well-educated guy, and on the pitch the performance speaks for itself too.
Hi Pep. Haaland of course grabbed the headlines, so did Phil on Sunday as well. We understand there might be a new contract close. How important is Phil to Manchester City?
Yeah, a lot. So young player as well, and as a reality, due his performance during these years, and of course we want him, he stay yes or yes.
You mentioned Haaland's one of the best for his age right now. Where's Phil in that list for his position and his age?
No, he's an exceptional player. So he grew up a lot, he's already many years with us, and he's reliable in terms of physical condition. You know, he's so intense in everything, so clever and reliable. And every 3 days he's able to play. And and both they know he can do better, and hopefully they can do it.
Finally, from me, going to speak to Sergio Gomes in a moment. Short space of time here. What have you seen from him? How has he improved? How has he settled in your opinion?
Yeah, he pays attention a lot. He's so intelligent. He understands the situations quick. And I think he settled perfectly with the team.
Pep, do you like this season's format of the Champions League where you're playing every week rather than playing one and then miss one and playing another?
But it's what it is. You have to pay attention, because a mistake now and everything is so quick, but you don't have time to recover. It's what it is. It's different this season for the World Cup, and the schedule is like this. Everyone has to adapt. And of course, the Champions League qualification, we know how important is our games at home, and tomorrow will not be an exception. I spent last night and this morning watching a little bit more, paying more attention about the Copenhagen, and like when I face this type of teams for North Europe, always they are really good, well organized, and you have to be careful because a lot of words, and you have to come back to the reality and put our effort to try to win an important game. We were able to make 9 points in 3 games. We'll be so close to the next stage after World Cup, and it's important to go to World Cup being there.
How much, if anything, do you have to just remind your players after beating Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund, who are regarded as the biggest teams in the group, that they can't take it easy against Copenhagen?
Yeah, that is the problem. You're right. And after the game against United, this is the biggest issue. Hopefully I can tell them, show them. They pay a lot of attention, because it's not easy to break the structure they have against Sevilla. I saw it this morning. They were brilliant, and Sevilla struggled to break them. And I know exactly what they're able to do. And they have a quality to play. They are brave to go forward. It's always man-to-man when it's an hour goal kick, for example, and after when they have the ball, they are not a team like just play long balls with a striker and have the ability to play and the courage to play. And you have to try to force them to play long balls with the striker, of course, is strong, but yeah, they have very many things, and everybody knows, and every moment they know, related for the mates always is well done. And yeah, I was surprised this morning when I watched them, how many things good they do.
Yes, hello, Pep. Haaland comes from a small country without great football traditions regarding the national team and clubs not playing in Champions League. Does that make his achievements extra impressive?
About, sorry, Copenhagen?
No, Erling Haaland.
Oh, sorry?
Erling Haaland coming from a small country, Norway, without not so great football traditions. Does that make his achievements more impressive?
No, because it doesn't mean you have to born in UK or in Italy to be a football player, a good football player. You can born everywhere. So I think having natural conditions, of course, natural instinct. But I'm pretty sure in Norway, and Austria, and Germany, they will be guided with good managers, with good mates, and Erling is who he is.
Everyone is talking about the good chemistry between the City players on and off the pitch. In what way are you building the good team culture?
No, it depends on them. What normally happens is a good, nice person, and he has a lot of gestures on and off the pitch with the young players, with the staff, with the backroom staff, on the pitch, when the situation is going well, how his gesture is encourage the guys. So there are many things that is not just a striker score goals. And I think I'm from his education as well.
Pep, you've mentioned Riyad Mahrez a couple of times in the last few weeks. You say that you're waiting for him to come back to his best. What do you need to see from him?
He knows it. I know perfectly Riyad. How important. We need him. We need him. He has to come back at his best. And when he's best, Riyad, in terms of personality, ability, quality, his love for this game, how he enjoyed to playing, and yeah, step by step, he's going to come back.
What do you think is missing at the moment?
What he is. Of course, now he's not playing much, but what he is he has to come back in his better physical condition, and after the rest will come along, because he's another player. I cannot teach him anything. He's too good, too good.
Can I just ask a quick one about Foden? De Bruyne said after the match on Sunday that he thinks Foden will end up being a central midfielder. He's obviously not played in that position often over the last few years. Would you share De Bruyne's view on that? And if so, how do you sort of integrate him to becoming that centre midfielder?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Kevin. He can play that many times. That Phil can play in 5 positions. Even I would say can play as a left back. He played a few minutes against, I think, I don't know which game at home, and he played really, really well. So, but playing in the middle, I have to pay attention, a little bit more attention, and some aspects that I still have to grow. He still is moving for his natural, unbelievable instinct to play football. But when you play in the middle, you have to pay attention what happens around you, close to you. In the side, it's easier. In the middle, you have many things happen there. And I would not say with the ball, especially without the ball, has to be. And this he needs to improve, Phil. But it's what I said, it's normal. So it's his age. And his, desire to learn, he will do it. It's no doubt.
Hi, Pep. FC Copenhagen has a new head coach. This is going to be only his second game in charge. He's only 34 years old. You started young as well as a manager. What's the biggest challenge you think being young in this role?
The challenge is try to do his best. He's 34 years old. He's already a manager. He has ability to do it. So I'm pretty sure with 44 will be an excellent manager for this experience. As quick you get this position will be better. And I'm not the one to give advice to anyone. But just enjoy, and I would say what you believe and you think is the best for the team, you have to do it.
You said that you were going to do an analysis tonight, but what kind of game do you expect, all considering?
Always I see the opponents, I see the best of them. When I play against Dortmund, especially Sevilla at home, they were so aggressive. And every movement is incredible, well done. When the winger jam, attacking midfielder know exactly what to do. When attacking midfielder jam, the winger know what to do. How aggressive they are with the winger jam, exactly the fullback support them. So they have a really good movement that do realize they are work behind the scenes.
And when it comes to your team selection, are you contemplating rotating for this match?
We'll see. Today in the training session. My smell, my noise, and after we decide.
Okay. Obviously the performance on Sunday overall was really good, really eye-catching performance, and results this season have been great as well. After the game at the weekend, you said, there's simple things that aren't good enough and need to improve. Was that just about Sunday, or was that a general thing that?
No, not just Sunday. In Wolves happen the same. So the most difficult thing in football is do the easy things. And the easy things we are not doing some departments not really well. So we are alone, the simple passes, and we lost it. And this is our principles. The most biggest and more important principles that we have is we have the ball, we have to pass the ball to the guys who wear the blue T-shirt. We cannot give it to the red T-shirt. And I'm not saying in the final third in a situation you have to dribble one or two, lose the ball. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking that you are simply just pass the ball. And lately we are not doing good. And again, in important stages, in important games, always will be a problem. And it's easy to solve it because they are good enough to do the simple things easy.
That's what I was going to say. If they're the simple things that they're doing wrong, is it simple? Obviously, if it was a couple of games, Wolves and United, is it just as simple as you talk to them last few days today, and it should be sorted out soon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pep, just on Calvin Phillips, do you think he'll play for City before the World Cup? You said on Friday you probably would see him after the World Cup.
I hope so for him, for maybe national team, for his chance to go. I hope so.
Yeah.
But I'm not a doctor, physio. I don't know how his evolution. The doctor told me the evolution is good,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So, a couple of weeks or?
I don't know. This summertime I will take a license as a doctor, and next season I will answer you perfectly.
Good afternoon, Pep. How has Phil Foden improved and grown since you became his manager?
I thought the impact when Phil arrived was wow. This guy is good, And even in the early, not the first season when start a few games, but the second start to playing important games, and he's a guy he doesn't feel the pressure. He's living like Bernardo. As big as the stage or biggest game is, he behaved better, and. His dynamic. You saw the goal, the assist from Erling, start from our box. He's able to make 45 transition box to box, typical from England. And he can do it, but in smaller spaces is good. With his go left to go to the byline, and play the right, go inside and arrive to the box with shoot and wherever. As a striker, have also the movements in behind. A false nine can do it. So it's incredible. You can use it in many things. And I would say, every year, as much games you play, you are a better player.
I can understand from an English perspective as we head into the World Cup. Are you expecting him to have a big impact? So what would be his big impact at his first international?
No, I wish, because I'm living here for almost 7 years. I wish the England national team can do a good tournament. Absolutely, I want it. Have a lot of respect with Gareth, and I know most of the players. I live in this country, so. Hopefully they can do it.
One each at the top, please.
Hi Pep, just wanted to ask you about FC Copenhagen. They're struggling in the league. They have injuries in major profiles in the team. I think everyone in Denmark is expecting City to destroy FC Copenhagen.
Yeah.
What are your expectations and what are you expecting from your players?
Yeah. My expectations is more humble. Enough that the journalists or the media in Copenhagen, like the people expect, we're going to win in the way that people say. I'm not this type of manager. Never, ever. Not even play against the top teams or another teams that the people say. Have a lot of respect. If they are there, it's because they won the league last season in your country, and sometimes the next season, always you have to be moments that they are good and you can struggle a little bit in the competitions. Happen in all the leagues around the world, but for one game, everything can happen. And I said, last night I sit in front of my laptop to watch Copenhagen against Borussia Dortmund, and this morning I saw 30 minutes the last game with a new manager playing, that they won 1-0. And the game against Sevilla, I don't watch the table, I don't watch what is the position. I watch who they are as a team, the players, try to know them, discover. Of course, my backroom staff helped me a lot to discover. This is my job. Our job was to do and inform to the players which team is going to face. Because Champions League, I have too much respect for all the opponents, and will be no an exception tomorrow.
Hi, Pep. Just a simple question. Are there any players in the Copenhagen team that you're going to pay extra attention tomorrow?
I will pay attention to my team. This I want to pay attention. I will pay attention if we take seriously or not. So too many compliments these last 2 days, oh, how good, that. And this time of surround talks after that, I don't like it when you have to face games like a Champions League. That's why I will pay attention today in the training session, in the game tomorrow, how we have to behave more than, like always we try to do. Of course, we know the skills that they can have, and I know that we are who we are, and we create problems to Copenhagen. We know that. But at the same time, we are not going to win just for we are Man City or they are Copenhagen, or because we won against United and they change the manager. Without doing what the job is, we're going to win. With that, many examples happen in this competition. In the past, in the league as well, in the Premier League, like we are not who we are, we can struggle for everyone with any team.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.